A product launch is probably one of the most frequent launches that you will encounter doing PR for a startup. Of course, there's other ways to create news, but as a startup, you're quickly developing, quickly introducing new features, new innovations, and you're very likely to create some news around it. So I'm going to give you a couple of steps to follow today if you are planning on a product launch. If you want to find out, I can't speak anymore, amazing. If you want to find out how to set up an entire product plan, communications plan, and make sure that you follow all the steps, then please sign up for Pioneer Academy and we'll guide you through the entire process. For now, a couple of tips. First of all, before you start, there's one thing that you need to have in order, and that's your communications plan. And that's not just a communications plan for this product launch, that's a plan for the entire company, the entire messaging strategy. Make sure that you know what direction you're going in and if this product launch actually aligns with that plan. Secondly, set a goal for your launch. Maybe you think you can get in certain publications, or there's another goal that you can set. Make sure that you set a measurable goal for your launch so that afterwards you know whether it was actually a good launch or not. Because if you don't know what you're aiming for, you're not going to know whether you do a good job or not. After that, make sure that you decide on the messaging around your product. What's your angle? What's the news? The fact that you're introducing a feature as a tech startup is not news. There's startups doing that on a daily basis. So make sure that you find an actual angle, an actual problem that you're solving with it, and that you make sure that it's significant to a large group of people. After that, you decide on your distribution channels. So who are you going to target with what message, and make sure that you also include your timings. Are you going to pitch under embargo? You're going to release everything right away for direct publication? What are the timings? On what day are you launching? You need to also keep into account the general news agenda. All kinds of things to keep into account when it comes to deciding on the launch date. It's not as easy as it seems. It's not like we're ready, let's go. You need to keep certain things into account. And after you've done that, make sure that you align these timings with your product team. Because if you're the only person in the company knowing that you need to pitch some stuff under embargo on certain dates, and on that date other people in the company are already communicating about your feature, they basically ruined your embargo and they ruined your news. So make sure that you align internally before anything goes out. Last but not least, you set a goal in the beginning, so also make sure that you measure your results. Measure your results and take some lessons learned out of the launch. There's probably things that you could have done better, or things that went super well and that you need to keep on doing next time. Make sure that you measure it. And last but not least, remember, you are not Apple. So people are not staying up the entire night to find out about what you're launching now. Make sure that maybe you get to that stage. I hope you do. But at this moment, people don't have the same interest in your company as they do in, for example, Apple. So set expectations, but also keep them realistic.